Yes, people, you know the face, you know the name. Aaron here, back again with another video. Shout out to everyone tuning in. Thanks to everyone showing support, showing love so far, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all of that good stuff, man. I appreciate your support. Remember to do the same for this video as well. You're helping this channel massively if you do that. As we said, consistency. One video a day. This one, I'm filming this on the evening or straight after the game of Man City against Aston Villa. So I'm posting this the day after, so yeah. Anyway, but still, consistency still matters. Yeah, welcome to my channel again. Shout out to everybody, like I said, tuning in. Shout out to everybody subscribing. Shout out to everybody supporting the channel. I appreciate you massively. And like I said, this is not going to be, or not like I said, but like last time, this is not going to be a match reaction, but this is rather going to be a bit of a conversation between me and you guys. And obviously you guys know I'm a football fan first before I'm a United fan. So we're here to talk football. And listen, Man City, we all know they're the best team in the world. They have the best players in the world. And as a football fan, as a neutral, I appreciate good football. And today that was another proof. That performance they showed today was another proof of why they are one of the best teams in the world right now. So two players I want to highlight because I think these two players get overlooked a lot unless they do something crazy like today and then people praise them. I want to start off by saying that for me, these two are the most important players in Manchester City squad. And why do I say that? And I say that because, like I said, they get overlooked a lot. They get overlooked so often. So many times when Man City play well and the usual suspects do what they have to do, De Bruyne, Haaland, people tend to praise them. But a lot of people forget that there are other people doing the dirty work for them. And there are other people actually putting in a shift for that team. Not taking anything away from De Bruyne and Haaland, but these two for me, yeah, they're really doing the job. Do you know what I mean? I want to start off by Phil Foden, man. Phil Foden, I'm not so surprised about the hat-trick because I know he's got that in his locker. I know he's able to score goals. He's got that. Do you know what I mean? He's able to do that. So I'm not surprised. Still congratulations though, because it's not easy to score a hat-trick, especially in a team where you've got a cyborg like Haaland up front, just banging in everything. Every shot, every cross that comes in, he bangs it in. Goal. So I've got to congratulate him for the hat-trick. But for me, Phil Foden is what I like to call a special player. Phil Foden is one of those players that you don't... I always take the context of... Because when I used to play ball, I remember speaking to a scout. Can't reveal what club he scouted for at the time, but he told me that when he goes and watches a player, he said it doesn't take more than 20 minutes to determine whether someone's special or not. And that stuck with me ever since. I never forgot that. And when I watch Phil Foden, again, it's the same principle. You don't need more than 20 minutes to understand that this guy is special. You don't need it. And there's other players like that. There's Kobe Mainu. There is, off the top of my head, I can't even think about it. I'm just naming names, like young players right now. There's Phil Foden. There's Kobe Mainu. There's the French guy from PSG, Warren Zaïre-Emery. There are players like that where you don't have to watch them for longer than half an hour to understand, yeah, he's got it. And Phil Foden is one of them, man. The way he understands the game technically. What impresses me the most about Phil Foden is the way he's able to maneuver in tight spaces and understands things quicker than the rest. He understands what needs to be done before he even receives the ball. So that when he does receive the ball, and even if the spaces are tighter than expected, and he needs to improvise and do something, it comes off very natural and very quick. And another reason why I say that he's special is because he really treats the game like it's beautiful. And I've always said that when there's a baller, when you recognize a baller, you recognize a baller by the way they play football. It's elegant. It's effortless. Do you know what I mean? It's majestic almost. And there's not many people out there that can do that. A lot of people tend to look at stats and say, oh, this guy's world class or this guy's top class. And I'm not saying Phil Foden is world class. I've said this before when they had the whole Foden Saka debate. I said right now, as of now, I don't think any of them are world class. Can they be? Yes, they can. But they have to prove a lot more than just what they're doing right now. But back to Phil Foden. Everything he does, it's not forced. It's elegant. It's effortless. Even some of the sequences we saw today when he was, I think there was one sequence where he tried to dribble through like 3-4 men. I think in the first half he'd done that, and in the second half he'd done that. You don't do that by forcing it. It just comes naturally, and people like that, to me, are special ballers, man. Special ballers. The first goal took his goal well. Second goal took it well as well. And the third goal, I mean, come on, man. Do I have to say more? Like, these players, these type of players are so special. And that's why I think, to me, he's one of the most important players for Man City. And I can take it back to the Champions League final when Kevin De Bruyne had to go off injured. And Phil Foden came on and ran the show. There was one sequence again where he received the ball from Rodri, I think, turned away from his defender, boom. All of a sudden, he's got all this space in front of him, just opened up. And all he has to do is pick and choose who he wants to play the ball to. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it was just crazy. It was just crazy to see him play and to see him so at ease. And sometimes I feel like I understand his protection and I understand the progress that Pep wants to take him through. But I almost feel like sometimes it's a bit too much. They want to protect him too much. And I'm almost like, I mean, how old is he? I can't even think about it off the top of my head, and I don't want to say anything wrong. Phil Foden is 23. At the age of 23, I think it's time to now let him, I'm not going to say let him go, but let him spread his wings kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? You've protected him from the age of 17, 18. He's won everything he needed to win. He's been part of trophies, Premier Leagues, FA Cups, League Cups, here and there, Champions Leagues. Now it's time to let him spread his wings and let him express all the talent that he has, because I almost feel like it was contained in some sort for a long period of time. Again, because of the protection and not trying to overplay him. And I really get that. Do you know what I mean? I really get that. So I wish we could do the same with Kobbie Mainoo, but right now we have no choice and he's one of our best players. But I really wish they would have let him go a bit earlier. Do you know what I mean? Like, let him spread his wings a bit earlier, because right now they've done a good job and I feel like it's the right time to let him do his thing. Hopefully they can build on that and hopefully they're going to let him play more games, because I almost feel like because of De Bruyne's numbers being outrageous, sometimes when he does play or when both play in the same team, it's almost like, Phil's going to accept it. Let's just put him out on the wing. And I feel like it's the wrong thing to do. It's the same thing they do in England as well. They just put him out on the wing. And I'm sorry to say it, but they play people in the number 10 position that don't belong there. Sorry, Bellingham, but he doesn't belong in that number 10 position for me. I think someone like Phil Foden in the 10, feeding someone like Harry Kane, and have Bellingham as a runner next to him as an 8 who can make those late runs into the box. If you have someone like Foden feeding these two for England, you've won the lottery, man. You honestly won the lottery. That's why I said England's best midfield for me is Declan Rice, a midfield 3 by the way. Declan Rice, Phil Foden and Jude Bellingham, with Rice playing in the 6, Bellingham being the 8, box to box, and Foden being the creator. That, by the way, is a real creator, in my opinion. So Phil Foden, for me, amazing footballer, and he's going to go on to be a Man City legend if he stays there for his whole career, because he looks like someone who could play for Real Madrid. He looks like someone who could play for a Barcelona. It wouldn't surprise me if one day these teams come knocking on Phil Foden's door and be like, listen, we'd like to take you on, because he's just got that silkiness about him, man, and not many English players have that. So I feel like those are the players that we should push forward. Those are the type of players we should be those are the type of players that should be given freedom, a lot of it as well, a lot of it in the England team. So yeah, shout out to Phil Foden, man. He was amazing tonight. Really, really appreciate him. And as a neutral, I can enjoy watching such a talented footballer play week in, week out, and never get tired of him, because everything he does, like I said, just looks effortless and it looks beautiful. It's elegant. It embodies what we call the beautiful game. So shout out to Foden, man. Let me know what you think in the comments as well. The second player I want to highlight, or I want to talk about, is Rodri. I mentioned it before. The pass he played into, I could be wrong. It could be somebody else, but let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. I mentioned it before about the passes he plays, and I think that's one of his strongest attributes, man. His passing ability and his reading of the game. I think it's been a very, very long time since I've seen someone's understanding of the game to the level of Rodri, because the way he visualizes the game, the way he sees the game is completely different, man. And on top of that, again, he's a 6'2", 6'3" guy, tall guy. I might be wrong about his height. Let me know in the comments. A tall guy, and tall guys are meant to be lanky and clumsy, and bro, the tech this guy has. And I'm not saying this is incredible tech like a Pogba or something, or like a Phil Foden, because I'm talking about these two now. But the quick feet sometimes, again, today for the assist, it's the quick feet for me, yeah, to shift it from the right to the left, and then use the left to have the assist immediately after that touch with the right to bring it to the left. These little things for me, they make so much difference, man. So much difference. And again, the passing ability. This guy averages a minimum of 90 passes per game. This is insane. I've seen, bro, there are teams that don't even get to 80 passes a game sometimes. There are midfield. No, let me rephrase that. There are midfielders, yeah, in Europe, in the Premier League, that don't even get to 30 passes a game. And this guy averages 90. So that means he's getting at least 40 to 50 passes a half. That's insane, bro. And all these passes, by the way, are accurate, because the passing accuracy is mad as well. I think, if I'm not wrong, the passing accuracy was above 80 or 85 against Aston Villa. That's insane. So every pass is taken care of. Every sequence that he visualizes, he knows, again, he's another one, knows what to do before he gets the ball. And if he does take long on the ball, again, it's very measured. It's very timed. It's very meticulous. Do you know what I mean? If the pass isn't on, he's not going to try and force it. He's going to play it back and they're going to recycle, or he's going to play it sideways so they can start on the other half, on the other side of the pitch if he's on the right, or if he's on the left, depending on where he plays. And this is another thing that, a lot of people use as an argument to try and rate midfielders that, in my opinion, and I have to name him, like a Bruno Fernandes, who, in my opinion, is very, very careless on the ball. And people use the argument and say, no, but he's trying. He's taking risks. Making the game look beautiful, or making your attributes look beautiful, don't require you to take these foolish risks like Bruno Fernandes does. It doesn't, in my opinion, because Rodri don't take the same amount of risks as Bruno Fernandes, nowhere near. But how come his passing accuracy is always above 80%? Because he uses his brain. And like I said, every pass is taken care of. Every pass is meticulous, it's calculated, it's visualized. He knows, if I make this pass, it's not going to, no. Let me retain possession, let me recycle. I would rather someone recycles the ball because he knows the pass is not on, rather than someone who knows the pass isn't on, but he's still going to try it because the pass is going to be on, and he thinks the ball is going to get there somehow. Let me just spam it. It's going to get there anyway. No. Someone who takes what defines for me a top class midfielder is somebody that knows the pass is on. Don't think the pass is on. Know that the pass is on. And when you play that pass, play it with conviction, like Rodri does. Do you know what I mean? He can play those passes that can cut through defenses, open up a hole, or cut through midfields and open up the pitch completely. Do you see what I mean? So, listen, man. Again, as a neutral, I take so much pleasure in watching people like Rodri play, because he does the simple things so well. And the last time I was so impressed by somebody like that was Yaya Toure. Like, again, someone who averaged over 80% of passing completion a game. Insane. Another one who took care of his passes, took care of his, the pass was always on. If it wasn't on, he's not going to try. He's not going to do foolish stuff and then say, oh, he tried. And then say, oh, no, he's taking risks. No. When you want to make the beautiful game look beautiful and make it look appealing, and people are going to call me an aesthetics merchant. Yes, the beautiful game is meant to... When people talk about this aesthetic thing, yeah, yes, it's meant to look beautiful, because whatever you do in life, when you want to make it look beautiful, it's meant to be effortless. It's meant to be elegant. Do you know what I mean? All these people that force things and want to make... No, it don't look beautiful, bro. It doesn't. You might be effective, but it doesn't look effortless to me. So when I see people try and spam and people say, yeah, but he tries and it's not, you're not on the same level as a Rodri. You're not on the same level as a Foden. Do you see what I mean? So yeah, man, it's really, I've got a big appreciation for ballers like those two. In my opinion, those two are the most important players for Man City. So let me know what you think in the comments, people. Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you're a City fan, let me know. If you're not a City fan, if you're a supporter of another team, let me know your thoughts as well, man. Do you think these two are the most important players in Manchester City's squad? I think they are. No disrespect to De Bruyne and Haaland, but I think these two are just standout performers, and they are absolute class, man. Absolute class. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section below. There's another video coming today. I'm releasing this in the morning. Thursday in the morning at 9 a.m. So after you've watched this, make sure you keep your eyes locked on my channel. There's another video coming. You'll see the title, you'll see the thumbnail. You guys know I talk about everything on this channel, not just Manchester United based, because listen, we appreciate football as a sport. I'm a football fan before I'm a United fan, so you guys know this. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, people. Thank you for all your support. And yeah, I will see you later today. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.